Konbanwa. I am the Countess. October 13th. It was a Friday, if you were wondering. Old enough to know, never ask a girl her age. I could always lose a few pounds. I think your head is, what, about 10? Yes, I could lose that. So before you keep clicking, it seems you're interested in a dating sim. Let me give you a good one. It's called HuniePop by the team HuniePop. So you can stop trying to get in my skirt and I can give you the rundown. There are your standard dating sims. Make sure you select the right dialogue choice and get rewarded with scanty-clad women or birds if that's your thing. Note, bird dating sim is #1 bird dating sim. We have games in this genre that have wonderful stories, games that give you a multitude of choices to drive the plot. Then we have those that we would loosely call games. And one would be easier just to go to Google and type hentai and admit what you really wanted. I can wait. Are you finished yet? I have a review to do. So this brings us to HuniePop, the dating sim that knows it's a dating sim and embraces it fully. You know, when the first thing that happens is you end up with a love fairy helping you score. And yes, she is in it, so you get laid, and will break the fourth wall at times. Of course, one should never make deals with the fae. You never know what you might end up with. Moving along, we have the selection of girls you have to conquer, which is what every dating sim boils down to. Who are different yet have some boilerplate tropes at times. The bitchy one, the nerdy girl, the schoolgirl, but you can get some odd ones like the cat girl, the fairy, and the alien. So there's a good mix. I did like the interactions you could have with each one because they all do have a different personality, and each girl being voice acted did bring a little more to life than if it was just text. To each girl you ask questions, they get to know them, and some of the dialogue is cringeworthy. What cup size you're rockin'? Seriously? But even with the questions like that, the responses you get from the girls is fantastic. The only real downside is there is only so much dialogue each character has, and you will eventually run into hearing the same thing over and over again. It does take a while to end up at this stage, and you can always skip through the dialogue, yet, you always seem to be answering the same questions. Yes, I know your birthday, your bra size, your weight, your height, where you work, what season you like. I am stalking you! Mechanically, this game is truly a game and not just an excuse to look at ecchi pictures. There is a match 3 element in the dating part of the game. There is a date grid with 4 main token types and 3 others. The goal is to match 3 of the tokens together, gaining points. Each girl has a different preference to allow you to gain points faster, and the broken heart tokens take away your score. You only have 20 turns to succeed at the date, so you have to plan accordingly. After the date, you are given money, and with this money you can buy food to keep the girls interested in you, drinks to lower their inhibitions, you dirty boy, and gifts to unlock bonus items to use during your dates. On the final date, it does change up a bit, and now you have to just match as quickly as you can while the girl stands there moaning, taking their clothes off. Yes, this is a dating sim after all. Outside the game, you gain bonus points for talking with the girl, asking about themselves, answering their questions, and giving them gifts. This allows you to boost different date abilities and makes it easier to date. But as you go on more dates, the dating does get harder, and you need to up your match 3 skills and use date gifts. After you spent the night with each girl, including an alien, a cat girl, and a love fairy, and finally the goddess of love, you can enter a harder mode that keeps the punishment coming. I know you like that sort of thing. With the game knowing full well it is a dating sim and does not back down from this, the game is enjoyable to play from start to finish. Even more so if you like your dating sims to have Bejeweled in them. The good. Voice acting. The use of voice acting really helps bring the characters to life. Writing. Even though there are some cringeworthy parts, the writing is witty and well done. Mechanics. Most dating sims do not have anything in this department besides just a dialogue tree. Having an interesting match 3 concept really does help.
Graphics?
I really like the graphical style. Even some of the naughty pictures for completion are done with artistic taste.
The bad. Trope heavy.
Tropes are not a bad thing, but you can kind of tell how a girl will act by the way they look.
Resolution options.
There really are none, nor do they even have a 16:9 option.
Color options.
Even though it's a shape-based game, there are some times where someone who is color deficient, i.e. colorblind, can have issues with matching the correct token with what the girl wants.
Gender is only cosmetic.
Male, female, other, it does not matter. It only really changes the vocal dialogue slightly with how the game reacts. The girls do not change how they act to a girl or a boy. But then you make it with an alien and a cat girl, so, you know, whatever.
The ugly. Valve.
Having to patch it to get the steamy stuff from the Steam version is not the game's fault, but Valve's.
Twitch.
You cannot live stream it on Twitch because, OMG, it's naughty. Oh. No. Overall, I give this game 4 out of 5 pairs of anime panties plus a garter belt. It's a very enjoyable game from start to finish, and as I said, the match 3 element really does increase its replayability, and I just have fun with it. Be sure to check it out. So I hope you've enjoyed our first Callous critique. I know that it wasn't as hard on the girls from HuniePop as a Callous critique should be, but then the girls from HuniePop like it hard, so I needed to be mean in that way. Be sure to check the game out, and the developer is currently working on a new game called HunieCam, which is pretty self-explanatory if you understand what a cam girl is. And while you're looking at cam girls, I guess, be sure to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/thecountess. And be sure to join the court while you're there. You can also subscribe to see my other Tubes of You videos, or check me out on Twitter at @thecountesschan, or on the Book of Faces, aka the Necronomicon, at facebook.com/thecountesschan. You may be asking why Chan, because that's the proper honorific for me. Until next time, sayonara.